inbound on the road. Just let you know. Copy.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Colton Udall.
I'm Mark Samuels.
And we're WFOx Motorsports.
.com.
.com?
We have a website. We're pretty official.
Starting off free running. First day was Wednesday, and Mark had quite a spill. Took a digger, broke his humerus.
How's chase life treating you, Mark?
I'm not prepared for this.
Just living the dream.
Yeah. This is fun.
How'd that go, Mark?
It was fun. Flipped a rock, went over the bars, broke the humerus, went to get up, and had no arm until it came swinging out when I lifted up with my other arm. And it took me about 5 hours to get back to civilization, any civilization, and then another hour to get into the hospital. About 5 hours without pain pills or anything, and then got a hold of the team as soon as I got service, and they all went to work and got the right people involved to got hold of the doctors.
So we regrouped after Mark crashed, and our logistics kind of came back down to, I knew the whole race course, so I was thinking I was gonna kind of Ironman it, but I needed help and I needed a little bit of relief, so we brought on my little brother Ian Young.
There he is right there. Big guy.
I was racing from the start. We raced mile 80. My brother was going to get on and do 50 miles to break the section up, and then I was going to continue to the finish. Race day came, race day morning. We start at 6 a.m. The sun wasn't even up yet. Sun rose at about 6:15. I took off the line second and quickly made a pass into first around race mile 10. I ended up getting a little bit of time on him and getting through our pit one. I think I got a time split of about a minute and a half. And then over the dry lake, I was holding the bike wide open, and the tire came apart towards the end of the dry lake, and some of the knobs came off, and I could feel it kind of getting looser, and it was a little bit sketchy. And right as the Kawasaki team, the 4X bike, passed me, the tube came out of the tire and whipped me right in the butt. It was really sketchy because I thought the Cowie guy had ridden by me wide open and hit me with a stick, or I don't know. It was crazy.
It was like, wham! What the f? Like literally, what? Let's see her ass. I stood up, I'm like, oh, dude! Look, you whacked my ass.
Ended up stopping, checking the tire out, getting it all figured out, and continued pushing for like another 10 miles and got the bike to my brother at race mile 82-ish. And that's where our crew was there, and we got the tire changed, and Ian was off, and we were about 2 minutes, 9 seconds behind the lead.
He came through Valley T with a 30-second lead, and then they decided to reroute the whole thing. So they sent Ian the other way 40 miles down the highway, and we had no idea where he was at. We're waiting 10 miles away from where he was supposed to be meeting us, and we heard he made it through Valley T, he'd be there any minute, and we're waiting up there for an hour, and he's not coming, no bike's coming, so we couldn't get a hold of anyone on the radio, and Ian finally actually got a hold of us through his cell phone, luckily, and we took off from there.
We did a restart, and it was down in Borrego, and I've done the race course the other way, came into that same highway section, and so we restarted. It took us about 3 hours from when they kind of stopped the race to back going again, and Ian took off, gave me the bike. It was a clean transfer, no issues, and I took off. Felt aggressive, did a few corners, went up this whooped out area, and from what it looked like to me, the whoops were continuing. And when I got up high enough, I noticed that the race course was going to dive down to the left, and there was a ravine, like a kind of a river that flows when it rains across the race course. It was just too late when I got there. I basically was going too fast over the whoops and damaged the bike, bent the bars, smashed the throttle cables, basically ripped apart the front number plate, the triple clamp. All those things were pretty badly damaged. So I ended up finishing out the race. Bike felt really weird with the handlebar bent down like this, and just did my best. Ended up actually with about 20 miles to go, feeling pretty good on the bike and going back race speed again, just because my back was cramping so bad if I was riding so mellow. So ended up getting the bike to the finish, and just super disappointed in the fact that I crashed. And so we got second. We were about 22 minutes behind with the crash and some penalty stuff that after SCORE went down. And we've got a lot of regrouping to do. We have a lot of work to do. WFOx Motorsports is not giving up. We are definitely going to be at the Placer 250 and the 500 and all the rest of the SCORE races, and maybe a few other off-road races too.
We've learned a lot this 250. Looking forward to the rest of the year. I want to say thank you to our pit crews, our families, and the companies that continue to stand behind us.